everybody. Welcome to another episode of Adventures with Jamie and Montana. I'm Jamie. Montana's over there. Let's see if we can get this good shot of this. Come on, Montana. Say something. Here's Montana. And today, I'm going to start something new on my channel. I'm going to call it Bible Minute. I set up my mic here. I'm working with a limited setup here, so please forgive me. But anyway, I was reading in Luke chapter 12, and I stumbled across a parable about greed. Jesus is talking to his disciples. And this is chapter 12, so it's not long before the crucifixion and all. And he was talking about it, and I found a lot of people today that there's a lot of greed going around in this world, and Jesus said that the world would be like this in the final days, but that is a whole nother topic to discuss. But we're running out of time. That's all I'm going to say about it. But anyway, I'm going to start reading. And it's a parable about greed, so it's starting from verse 13 going down to 21. So, the parable starts like this. And one of the company said unto him, Master, speak to my brother, that he divide the inheritance with me. And he said unto him, Man who made me a judge or a divider over you. And he said unto them, Take heed and beware of covetousness. Sorry, I can't pronounce some of these very well. Beware of coveting. I'm going to say coveting, okay? Because I can't obviously say that word this morning. Beware of coveting, for a man's life consisteth not in the abundance of the things which he possesseth. So, that's a powerful one right there. I'm going to read that again. And he said unto them, Take heed and beware of coveting, for a man's life consisteth not in abundance of the things which he possesseth. Wow. So what that basically is saying is, basically like when Paul wrote, Be content with such things as you have them. It goes directly into what Jesus was saying here, I believe. And I'm going to keep going. And he spake a parable unto them. Jesus spoke to his disciples with parables because some things they just couldn't understand what he was trying to tell them. So the parable helps them understand. It helps me understand. So that's why he spoke in parables. And he spake a parable unto them, saying, The ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentiful. And he thought within himself, saying, What shall I do, because I have no room where to bestow my fruits? Where to put his fruits? And he said, This will I do. I will pull down my barns and build greater, and there will I bestow all my fruits and my goods. And I will say to my soul, Thou hast much goods laid up. For many years. Take thine ease, eat, drink, and be merry. But God said unto him, Thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. Then whose shall those things be which thou hast provided? So is he that layeth up treasure for himself, and is not rich toward God. So the rich man, he had more than enough. He had enough that he could have given to some people that needed it. But instead of sharing the wealth that God had blessed him with, he wanted to store it up for himself so he didn't have to work. So what do? We work, and we try and store up our money, which a savings account that's storing up. It's not a barn. It's not in the context because of when this was written. But you can take this and apply it to today. So if you have enough money to help someone and you can see that they really need it and you don't help them, and I've been guilty of the same thing. I've done the same thing. I've been guilty of it. I'm not saying that I'm any better than anyone else. When you try and build up treasure for yourself in heaven, he says it a couple more times. Where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. So if you try and store it up, well, what if you die? You have all this money and you die. I'm not saying, not to save a little bit of money. I'm not saying, to not keep a little bit of money. Obviously, God knows we need money to live. He knows we need money to survive in this world until He returns. He knows this. But later on in the scriptures, do not be anxious. Life is more than meat, and the body is more than raiment, which is clothing. I would assume that's the term for it, Are you trying to say something, Montana? Trying to say something? He saw something. But to me, that is what I understand from these verses. That's what it says to me. Because we've all been guilty of, seeing somebody with a nice car, a nice house, and being like, man, I wish I could have a nice house. Maybe not that exact house, because it's a sin not, to lust after someone else's stuff. But, and even lust after stuff, because we're not perfect, we're sinners, we sin every day, we try our best not to, but sometimes it happens. And that's why His grace is so amazing. But coveting is, you see something of theirs, you want it. You might not even want the same exact thing. You just want something just as nice, And you look at it and you see all their success, you see all the money they have, you see the cars they have, the nice cars, the nice house, and you start coveting and wishing that you could have something that nice when when it when you should just be content with what you have. But that's what I gather from this verse, and I hope that this helps someone else out, and hopefully I didn't butcher the verses too bad with my stuttering, but I apologize for that. But this has been a Bible segment. I'm not sure what I'm going to call it yet. I'll know when I upload it. So I'm going to get off of here because I need to go to work, because I've got to go get fuel and then head on and deliver this and then pick up my other one. So I will see you in the next one. So stay safe, have a blessed day, and remember, Jesus loves you.